Hello there, everybody. It's another Saturday, and that means we got another good drive today. So it's gonna be a museums tour that much I already know because, as I said the last time, I volunteered to test the drives a day or two before the actual drive, so I have seen all of them before, and we are just driving them together one more time without all of the scribbling down of the little stuff that I find, and hopefully they fixed all of the stuff that I found, which is not always a given, but yeah, whatever. Anyways, it's fun and it's okay. I just hope that Theo is getting back on track anytime soon and takes over this task again because it's really taking a lot of time and I kinda miss her having around. Well, anyways, so we gonna do a museums tour today and yeah, let's get right to it, I'd say. Here we go. So I already equipped the hut as usual and we are going right to the drive. Also a little update to my leg. And it happens that it's a local trauma, nerve trauma, which takes about 2 or 4 weeks to fully heal and the swelling is getting a bit bigger, but the area that felt numb before is almost halved already, so there's definitely some healing going on. I'm still on painkillers, but yeah, it is what it is. And I survive. That is the important info. It's still inconvenient that I'm spending all of my vacation with a hurting leg, but yeah, that's just myself to blame for being too fast and slipping away on the ground, falling on my knee, and yeah. It could have been a lot worse. It could have been better. I guess that's okay. Next time I definitely will be more careful. It's not like I can't walk at all or something, it's just a bit uncomfortable at best. Yeah. We've been playing some Black Ink yesterday, which was a huge success. You guys really love Black Ink, which I can understand. It's kind of addicting and funny when it builds, but we always struggle in the end, I think. And okay, we just hit some area, which I think I can just reset the hut. That is not a good starting sign though, which, yeah, it usually means that we are lagging a bit. So hopefully it's getting better. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not sure why they are always starting in the north, which is one of the most laggy areas on Second Life. But I guess everybody got to their favorite areas to drive in, and maybe this is just the creator's favorite area, which I find hard to imagine. It is really laggy, and we got so many corners again. I'm just glad that I did the drive beforehand because we are gonna visit one place which did some exhibits which are a bit, well, probably not well suited for a live stream on YouTube. Let's just say they are a bit exhibitionism. I just make it. So yeah, that's definitely a big plus, which I probably would have run into if we wouldn't have gotten the testing beforehand. That was a cute, I'm not sure if you saw it, it was still missing and gray, but it looked like it got some fox ears. Okay, we're already at the first stop. Okay, it doesn't look like they fixed anything from my list. At least so far. This is kinda hard to read, let me try to... I don't know. So we spent so much time working with computers and now we're visiting a computer museum. And it looks like we are not the only ones on the road. These are really cute tigers though. Yeah, that didn't change anything. So as you can see, or maybe not, it's still kinda laid out, how it loaded it seems. We got all of the different computers, the different timelines of stuff. You could read all of the texts, but see, I think it's not really that interesting to be honest. It's just the history of computing and we basically know most about this if we didn't sleep at school, which I guess I did. Yeah, but you probably as well, because this stuff is just really boring. I mean, this was pretty much the time from my dad, and even though my own time a bit, we started on a really old Windows, I think 98. So yeah, most of the stuff I still kinda know of. Well, maybe not these ones, but it's a shame that they got some Ataris over here, but they don't have a claw machine. You know, I love claw machines.
Destination reached.
I'm just a little annoyed at the moment because there are some things that I mentioned in my report, which are just ignored it seems. Like when you are in the museum and you click the page down button to continue, I mentioned that it would make sense to make them walk back to the road before going sit in a road vehicle, and yeah, they just skipped over it. I don't even know if they read the note. And annoying. It took me over an hour to test the stuff, and I wonder what I did it for, if they didn't really change anything afterwards. Get in, get in. We still got a lot of places to go though. I think there is about 5 or 6 museums in total, and they are all quite, oh my gosh, different. Yeah, that was the crossing that just somehow shot me off the road. That was insane. We're just lucky that it didn't get returned instantly. Okay, here we go. Get in, get in. I really like these kind of drives, which are a really change of pace considering our streams on the other days. I'm still kind of unhappy how we ended on Sengoku Dynasty because I really wanted to get all of the paper making going, but we just needed so much stuff. We barely managed to finish the smithy and the paper factory, but yeah, that's pretty much where we ended on, and I didn't really touch it either afterwards. I did play some more Black Ink and finished the zombie mode, which was really challenging. I also finished the other modes after this, aside of the bonus ones, so we still got another day of playing it. But next week we start with another game, which I currently don't remember. Oh yeah, it's one of the Holy Grail things, but it's just a demo version, so I'm not sure how long it is. But we also still got some Rebel Ink to play in between, and we also got a few more booster pack openings on Pokemon Trading Card Game Live. So it's gonna be another busy week, and yeah, it's going quite well so far. Also, we have gotten a lot of new followers, I think, so welcome to everybody who is new on the channel. I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a great time. And I just hope it's not another hiccup from YouTube. Usually when we make such big jumps in numbers, there's something fishy about it, but we got a lot of viewers yesterday, so it could be this time. We will see about this, I guess, in about a week. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're almost there. There's not really much to look at, so most of the areas we find abandoned land. Because, let's be honest, who wants to live in a lakey place like this? If I didn't have a place already where I got my stuff at, I'd probably live near the snow region, which is really nice. Or maybe somewhere in the coastal area of Second Life. There are so many spots on the mainland, which are not in the north. Which is where we are again. And most of the central and southern mainland are a lot less laggy. I don't know why, but it's just how it is, and they also made a lot less corners, it seems. Which is a really big thing, if you ask me. The corners really annoy the drive and a lot more than anything else. Okay, just, oh my gosh. 1 minute to go. Oh, there's a lot of cherry trees. Everybody loves how they look like, and everybody loves cherries, but let's be honest, they make a lot of that. Once all of the petals are falling to the ground, you are just busy tidying up all of the time. That's such a mess, let's be honest. They look really nice, but I'm not sure if it's worth all of the mess that I make. I always wanted to go to Japan at least once in my life and see the big cherry tree areas, and I'm not sure if it's Tokyo or Kyoto, but I think it's Kyoto. But yeah, I don't think I'll ever make it there. Considering how busy I am with my job and with the VTubing, and I don't really make enough money to just take off a lot of time and travel there and do whatever I want. And if you go to Japan, you usually want some spending money, and that just comes down to an amount which just doesn't make it worth it. At least not for now, not for me. I'm still paying off my car, so Yeah, I've got more than enough bills that I need to cover than just going to Japan for fun. It's a shame, but it's life. And we can watch a lot of the Japanese videos and travel vlogs. There's the channel which is called NHK. I think it's NHK World. And they always do some trips and some shows about Japan and travel videos. And one of the really nice episodes they make is called Somewhere Street, which is really fun to watch. It's just a reporter walking about, and he's discovering parts of towns and cities, and it's really fun. Okay, let's see. So this is the second museum, and it's a motorbike museum with different models from all kinds of creators, and some of them even passed away already, which is the memorial area in the back. There we go. So here you can see that there's a lot of bikes that were made by people who already passed away, but they got in this little area here to honor their work and keep the memory alive. So yeah. They also got a store, I think, which is over there in the back, but we don't visit it this time. And it's a little garage over here, so if you are fond of motorbikes, then make sure to visit. For now, we are continuing and we are walking to the racing area on the other side of the road. Get him, get him. I guess we could have just stayed in the Marauder, but I think for the off-road part, we are going with the Honda S800M. Or the Super AT, which it's officially called. At least on here. And I guess we could also do the off-road part in the Marauder, but I don't think that's gonna be very smooth. The off-road parts are usually way better in the Super 80. And here we go. Yeah, they should not follow me. I always start with the face in the wrong direction. Alright. But again, it doesn't look like they took over any of the changes that I mentioned and suggested, so I'm not sure if I want to test the next drive they make. That seems like a waste of my time. Or maybe they thought that I already did the changes, which is something that Pio actually did, but I just collected them in a notepad for them to change. Because if I would also implement all of the changes myself, oh my gosh, that would just take so much of my time. That was some really evil road rage. This isn't F-Zero-X. But I think we recovered a lot better than they did. Hey, we got some of these super laggy NPC cars going around. And some people flying past us. Oh, there's a corner. I didn't see the corner. Oh my gosh. Oh, we actually recovered. Nice. And right into the next corner. Yeah, as I said, the corners are really what kinda ruins the fun the most of driving around in Second Life. They should just get rid of the corners at all. And here's the guy again. We are way faster. Okay, this is a really long straight. The only issue is that most of the road probably isn't racing before we reach it. So we are just driving blind for a bit. And there's another corner incoming. I think this guy was already standing there yesterday. It's probably just a bot. Okay, so I've done another corner. There's a more dangerous area ahead, which is just a bridge without side handles, and it's really long and curvy, and considering Second Life state it currently is in, most of the time you don't even see half of the bridge. So it's really just a chance you take, whether you drop or not. Okay, we just somehow banked over here. I wonder if I just don't see something that hasn't left yet. But we are pretty much stuck. Yeah, there's the sign. Fantastic. I think this is a wall village over here, which is looking really nice. A bit of a Victorian area design. Oh my gosh, it's so lucky. Okay, I think these are just some GTFO and drivers locations. Which is not too interesting to look at, unless you are really into delivery stuff. And I think we're getting pretty close to the bridge. It is so laggy. And the hut is already almost crying to be careful and slow down, and it knows what we are going through. Okay, I think we're going off the road over here. Yep. This is one of the portal tunnels which you can usually drive through with the right scripts, but we're not going to do this today. Oh my gosh. This is why you should always wear seatbelts. And we're almost there. Yeah, we're just parking in the middle of nowhere without an explanation. But this is actually our next destination. Here we go. Alright, so this really chill place is called the Free Museum. And that's because all of the exhibits and all of the stuff you see here is for free. So if you see anything that you like a statue or a painting, then usually you can just get it for free over here. And I'm just trying to dodge the stuff that I know is not good to look at. And I hope I remember all of them. I kinda like the winter design they went for. So as you can see, we got a lot of paintings, we got a lot of statues everywhere, and we can just go, we can get any of them, and as the name said, most of the stuff that you can get for free got the little purchase sign on it. So this is just all paintings and stuff. I think there's some statues over there as well. I got a snail earlier. I can show you guys the snail after the drive. But yeah, we're just cutting it short, I think. Since I really just want to dodge the naughty pictures. So we continue with the next museum. Oh yeah, almost forgot about the flying part. That is not what I meant to do. Here we go. So, interesting enough, they didn't add a map at this time, so we're just starting. And off we go, I guess. It's not a terribly long flight, so it should be easy enough. The hardest part about the flight is the leg. And we're already getting close. Yeah, the landing area should be in the next 2 sems. Or maybe I just missed it already. No, prepare this. The crossing over here is really nasty though. And I still don't see the landing area. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was rather smooth. And we have landed. Look at this. 100%. Within the markings. Perfect landing. I wonder if I can just hijack this thing. Oh my god, I can. Don't sell them out of it. Okay, and we're already there. You didn't see anything. Yeah, we could call the elevator, but this is so much faster. Ta-dam. Yeah, that didn't change anything. I'm not harassing a vehicle because it just doesn't make sense. You will see why in a minute. I think the microphone cable is scrubbing against something today. It's just making some scrubbing noises sometimes. Okay, there we go. It surprises me that it kinda even makes these noises. You would think that a microphone cable is more isolated. Yeah, and this is why I didn't rest the heating. We already have to pack and leave it here. One of the things I mentioned in the note card and which got ignored. Oh, I thought it was another NPC. I was already wondering why that who was standing there. So this is a series of 3 museums altogether. The issue is that they are not internally connected, so you have to leave everyone and enter the next one, which is a bit of a bother. So we're just screening them from the outside quick. And I think this one is for... what is this? It looks like cashier systems or typing machines and stuff. I have no idea what this thing is. Okay, we got some uppercuts over here. We got some software bugs, always good to have them. We got some computers. Yeah, this thing is just all over the place. Maybe it's about automaticism. What a word. I kinda feel like we visited this one before. And if I'm right, then there should be, yeah, there's the gaming area. We have definitely parked here before and visited this place. I think they also did a section about ChatGPT over here. Yeah, there we go. The kitty. Yeah, we did a stop over here in one of my older drives. I think it was the one where we were building the cake car. And the Museum of Computing History over here. And this one is about telephones, I think. Yep. Lots of telephones. They got a really nice bakery in the back. Look at all of the tasty stuff. I get hungry just from looking at. That's some really big bagels, oh my gosh. They are American-sized. We got some cookies, some sandwiches. I'm not sure what these one are called, I think eclairs or something. And some bread baguettes. And this one looks kinda good. Alright, let's continue. I think the Museum of Computing even got a little cinema over there, including a popcorn machine and stuff. Okay, and this time we are missing a vehicle. And I think we just continue with the Honda. Once it decides to rest. There we go. So I think there's still about 2 or 3 museums left. Even though the next one is not really one that we're gonna spend a lot of time in. I can already say this much. Almost nailed it. So this is a pride museum, which is kinda weird. So I'm not sure why they got some Nikomane in front. Because they are usually just good luck charms to attract customers and increase the business. Yeah, I did a little peek around last time I came here, but I don't know, I think it's a bit over the top. Making it an entire museum is... I'm surprised that Trump didn't try to close it by now. I like the chairs though, they are really cute. They are spelling out friends. I guess you need a lot of chairs for this. Which means you also need a lot of friends to sit in them. I'm surprised we didn't take a single stop in any of the diners. We are just arriving and checking out the museums today. The next one is gonna be big though. This is one of the nicest houses in Second Life. At least I think it is. It's a kind of a tree house in a really big cherry tree, and it looks a lot bigger, better from the close. Yeah, let's just drive closer. The only issue is that it's a really old building, so it is mainly made out of brims instead of mesh. And that means it has a really insane pin count. And when I say insane, I mean insane. I think the entire building is like 200 pins. But it's looking really nice. Also a bit of a Victorian style building. There's a ladder over here you can climb all the way up. You got about 5 rooms, I think, including a big balcony over here, and Yeah, it's a nice building, but it's really just a big mess. They should make a newer version of this. If they replaced all of the prims and made it some sculpted mesh, they should be able to reduce the count from 200 to at least 70. That would be so much better. I was considering to get one of these when I was getting the shrine area set up. But yeah, I don't have the prims for this. I think my current house is about 30 prims at most. And you get a lot of full furnished houses for the price of one tree. I did not see the little one. Okay, just some Halloween houses. I like this area though. It looks like it's really a place that you could just encounter in real life and drive through. And it's already over. Yeah, it's not a long drive either, and what you'll see on the hut, the 1 hour 30 minutes, that is not the real time. That is just because they didn't set an end point. And there's gonna be a teleport involved. Which I mentioned in my notepad and was ignored again. Okay, we're almost there. I think this is the area where we get to the bridge that is really nasty. Oh, that was close. At least we still got some side handles here. Yeah, just for situations like this. I think this is one of the Second Life natural parks, or even a camping area. The Lakeville, yeah, this is some camping grounds. It's a nice area, check it out if you like to camp. Okay, I'm surprised we didn't see the bridge. Also, I wonder where the person went that we were running across all of the time. They are probably still in one of the museums. Looking at the naughty pictures. Oh yeah, that's the area. I hate these kind of pictures. They are usually really slow to rest. Oh, this is so steep. Imagine you have to drive up here in winter. That would be a nightmare. This is one of the cutest signs I have seen on Second Life. I'm just not sure what it's advertising for. A little birdie. Yeah, I kinda see that much. I really like the snowy area in Second Life. It's just so calming. I almost got a place over here and bought it, but then I found the empty spot near the village that I'm currently living at. And I just went for the village area. I mean, you just have to be a special sort of person if you want to live in the snowy area all around here. Okay, there's a Statue of Liberty. And another corner. Oh my god. That was one evil crossing. What the heck? That just slammed like a sledgehammer in our head. Alright. Yeah, sometimes they are just like this. Oh my gosh, that was close. I think the leg is a little better than when I did the drive yesterday. Just a little bit. Okay, we got some hot air balloons. I didn't see them yesterday. That's a nice detail though. Dum-dum-dum-dum. Yeah, we just continue to drive. I don't even see the road, but who cares about the road, right? This is the area that I meant. You just have to guess where it goes. Yeah, it looked the exact same yesterday when I did the drive. There was just a little more of this road missing. Made it even more insane. And we are getting closer. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. I think there's about 2 or 3 more curves and then we arrived at the destination. This is one dangerous spot. It's looking really nice now. But they should make the side walls a lot taller. Yeah, we're almost there. The last time I did this part of the drive, I didn't see the navigation hub. And it was still lagging and didn't really refresh fast enough, so when I stopped, I was like over there at the pine tree. And I was reading something about going to the museum and I was walking into the building over here and just got lost entirely. I guess they were just wondering what I was doing in their home. This is a really big museum though. So they got a teleporter and own website. And they got a lot of stuff that you can look at, like these are all of the people involved. And these are all of the topics of the museum. There's the Abyss Works outside of Farewell. There is the Wind Circling, the Wind Observatory, the Modern Museum, Chaos and Supercomputing, Earth and Life Evolution, Only One Earth. The Cytological whatever, I can't read it because of the little sign. The Ground Central Hub, I guess that is where we are currently, and yeah, then we just go down deeper to the Middle Layer Observatory, the Deep Sea, and the hydrothermal vents. And you can also see here that we got some stuff like the dolphins and whales, the coastal habitats, the observation and simulation, and the human and undersea, and you can click all of the stuff. I think they offer tours, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can look at, but not really something that is particularly interesting for me. They got a little model though, what the museum is built up like, so you got the deep and bio lab, the middle stuff, and we are currently over here, so there's a lot of stuff that we can look at. I wonder if this is the actual drivable road, that would be fun. And what would be even better is if you can actually teleport by just clicking and sitting on it, but I guess they didn't think that far. But it really looks like this could be a road. And if it is, then this is just a lost chance and opportunity that we could have taken. But it's okay. We continue either way. Because from here we are being teleported right to the next museum. After some text. And here we go. Yeah, if you wanted to look at all of the stuff in detail, you would just be busy all of the day. And here we go, the International Space Flight Museum. There's a little astronaut waving and greeting us. And again, we got some of these signs over here. The World Launching Systems, the Solar System Journey. The manned spacecraft history, which isn't that old to be honest. The nature of ISM and the ground facility tour. So this is probably just part of the other museum that we have been at, but this is all about space stuff, while the other one was about the aqua life. But you can already see that this is a really, really big area and a lot of tours, a lot of information, and if you are interested in museums, then probably just make an account, log in, and go for this area over here. Almost there. I like that they put all of these little astronauts and details everywhere. They are really cute. But yeah, you can click all of these signs over here. There's even some media behind, and that's some advertisement in the corner. And this concludes the drive today. Now we just collect our gifts and check out the vehicles. This is a landmark. And there we go. That was just really silly. Okay, let's teleport home. And we're checking out the 3 vehicles. I just don't think that I got room for them. The capital motors ones are usually just really big. So we're going to the neighbor village, which they made some really tight roads out of it. I don't like it. It was much better before. And here we go. I didn't check the reward in the yesterday's testing, so this is the first time I see it myself. Okay, it's a sports car, that much I can already tell. Looks a bit like a Ferrari, I think. Yeah, definitely not your everyday car. Okay, we got full control over the textures, that is nice. So we can just design this however we want. That's a big plus. There's the motor in the back, as it should be. Okay, we cannot open the doors, it seems. That is rare. There we go. We can fly. Okay, let's try to fly. I just realized what the sign says. Why is everybody on Second Life so naughty? Oh my god. Okay, we're just flying to a bit broader road, so we can test this a little better. Okay, there goes the flight. Now let's see if we got some access to options like... Okay, we got some controls. This is the tuning menu, that's good. This is very important, so you can change the gears, you can change the braking, the steering and stuff. Okay, that's just the position of the driver. I was looking for something else. I was wondering if there's also a color option. I guess it could be in advanced. Oh, there's graphics over here. Yeah, you can change the color, the shine, that's a lot of stuff. Nice. So what's in the advanced? Just the rebooting and the shifting style, okay. And we got 2 sounds. So if you don't like how the vehicle sounds, you can just change it. Alright, let's take it for a drive. Oh, this is fast. Okay, the steering is maybe a bit sensitive. Nothing that you couldn't change. Oh, it's one of the vehicles that's just changing the camera perspective. Okay, let me just get to the little hut. Here we go. Okay, I'm not really a fan of this camera position, but we can live with it. I usually like it more to be behind the vehicle over here. And just a bit above. That is like in a video game, you know, that's much easier than being on the left and really close. And it doesn't look like the camera HUD is really working, since it just reset it to the usual view. It's not a bad vehicle though, but you just have to fix the settings before you drive it. I would go and reduce the speed of the gears a bit, so you can just drive in the second or the third without being too fast. Then change the steering a bit because it's really sensitive. But at the end of the day, I think what really throws me off is the camera stuff. If you got a vehicle that permanently changes the camera every time you change the region, that is just so annoying. And as you can see, the little camera HUD over here is also not working. It's active, alright, so it just gets reset every time we change the region. Pretty much garbage. Yeah, let's see if the vehicle camera HUD that we got is working. I got one myself. It's the 7771. I cannot take it off. I guess we just deactivated. Which didn't really deactivate. Okay, let me just try to reset this one. There we go. Yeah, just resetting as well. I'm not sure if it kinda looks like the car is doing this. Because usually these HUDs should be overriding it. Definitely, but the camera keeps changing, so I am pretty sure that it's just the car firing the controls, and that's a mess. Okay, I think we have done enough testing for now. It's a fun looking okay car that is not really a everyday vehicle, and you get access to the full customization, which is nice. You get the tuning menu, you get the color menu, you get the flight, the turbo, the engine. But it's messing up your camera really bad. So that is a no for me. I really need my camera to be more stable, and I wonder how this is doing off-road, but let's be honest, this is not really a vehicle that you should be driving off-road. Yeah, and as soon as we get out of the vehicle, the camera HUD is working again. So I'm pretty sure that that was just the vehicle doing all of the switching back and forth of the camera. Alrighty, that's all for today's split drive. I hope you had a fun time. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And I hope that all of you guys have a nice rest of your day. So see you next time. Bye.